Virginia Stockwell. My channel is all about becoming a personal chef. So if you have any interest in becoming a personal chef, please subscribe. And today I want to talk about the food trends for 2020, but more specifically, how you can use those food trends and as a personal chef, how you can apply them to the menus for your clients. The first one everyone knows about, Beyond Meat. So they're making a lot of these plant-based meats. At first thought, you might think that they're targeting vegetarians or vegans, but it's not true. They're actually targeting meat eaters, and they're trying to offer this as a substitute to eating meat. Likely, if you already have vegetarian or vegan clients, they're not going to be interested in trying this because it's more kind of a meaty product, and that's really not what they're looking for. So to be able to use it on your menus, it doesn't just have to be hamburgers. You can offer things like anything with ground meat. So for example, I might put on the menu lasagna, or meatballs, or tacos, and then with each of those descriptions, I would put in, choose the meat that you'd like to have in there. And the meat choices could be ground beef, ground turkey, ground bison, Beyond Meat. So you can offer the items on the menu without straight up saying, this is a Beyond Meat item, so you can leave it to the client to decide if this is a choice that they'd like to make in their food menu this week. So you can leave it up to the client if that's something they want to try out, but maybe they want to stick to the regular ground beef lasagna. That's okay too, but you offered it, and it also shows that you're up on the food trends and you're open to new suggestions about menu items. Another new food trend is CBD edibles. You might be thinking, first of all, treats, and that's because CBD oil best works with fatty products. So you can mix it in with the oils when you're baking. Maybe try it with things like guacamole. One of the secrets to CBD oil and cooking is that you need to mix it really, really well. And guacamole is a good one because it's a really fatty item. And again, CBD oil is best with super fatty items. So I tried the brownies. I did a whole batch, so just 12 brownies, and I put 6 drops in it, stirred it really well stirred it into the oil before I added the oil to it. Normally I'd cook the brownies at a little higher temperature, but instead I lowered the temperature and cooked it a little bit longer, and they came out just fine. I also made guacamole. I started off by mashing the oil into the avocados themselves, and I added the other ingredients after that. Another food trend for 2020 are mocktails. Mocktails are going to be huge as America's really thinking more about health, and alcohol is a big factor in the decline of our health over time. Mocktails and alcohol-free bars are the trend. You can offer, perhaps at parties coming up, you can have your bartender serve up some mocktails that you created. Particularly floral infused drinks are going to be really popular, like butterfly pea cocktails, and by butterfly pea I mean PEA. So butterfly pea, it changes the color of the cocktail. For example, you can do it at a gender reveal party. It's going to be a boy or a girl. This butterfly pea is actually blue color, so you can add that to your mocktail and it'll turn the drink blue and everybody will know, oh, it's a boy. Another idea for mocktails is do kind of a juice pairing. How about some mocktails and appetizers instead of a cocktail party? The healthy lifestyle is for sure the trend and futuring trend of 2020 and beyond that. Another thing about healthy cooking is that everybody has a different version of what healthy means. One health trend is swapping out cauliflower, this and that for everything. Like I'm sure you see already in the store, they have like cauliflower crusted pizzas. There's probably gonna be more items like that coming out. So you can create those at home. You don't have to buy them in the frozen section. And of course, as a personal chef, you're not buying them in the frozen section. You're making them yourself. You can make cauliflower pizza, give that as an offering on the menu, and I'll bet it'll become really popular. And cauliflower mashed potatoes already have been popular with my family. So I would say a good like 50%, probably the families I work for are gluten-free. Some of them for celiac reasons, and some of them just because they choose to live a gluten-free lifestyle. Currently, they're coming out with a whole lot of different flours, like actually cauliflower is going to be available kind of like all-purpose flour. It's going to be available like that. Start brainstorming now about how you can use these different flours in your recipes. There are also some new sweeteners coming out. We already have like pomegranate molasses, but monk fruit syrup, that's the new one that I hadn't heard of that, so I can't wait to try that. I haven't seen the store yet, but once it comes out, I would like to give it a try. No sugar added is going to be huge for 2020. A lot of families now are also moving away from soy, so we're coming out with a lot of different new products instead of soy. They're coming out with a lot of nut and grain alternatives to dairy products instead of soy. Like there's a nut ricotta, lots of different yogurt milks like oat milk. Oat milk is like all the rage right now. It's hardly available in the grocery store a lot of times. There's quite a few new vegan cream cheeses as well, and those are made with cashews often. And you can make all these yourself. You don't have to be purchasing them. You can make your own nut ricottas. You can make your own nut cream cheese. I actually have a link below. I love this one book where they do a lot of vegan pantry items from scratch. And in 2020, thank goodness, we're getting away from chicken nuggets and mac and cheese for kids. The parents are looking for alternatives to those kind of traditional kid foods. There are these new fish cakes that came out. Salmon, it's shaped like a fish, and I've seen them in the frozen food aisle, and you can make those yourself. They're basically salmon patties, but they shape them like fish. So genius. Actually, the health food thing is great for kids because the healthier things are, probably the less ingredients are in them. And kids like to see everything they're eating, which is why they don't like the food touching. No vegetable medley. They prefer to see the medley out in sections so they can see exactly what they're eating. And as far as diets for 2020, I'd say the keto diet is definitely gonna stick around for a little bit. And the keto diet is meant not for long term, of course, it's just meant for short term weight loss, but a lot of people live a lifestyle of keto, and I never judge if somebody says this is the kind of diet that they like to have. I just make what they'd like to have. I don't judge it. Of course, it's up to you how you want to run your business. So if somebody asks you for the keto diet, you can either choose to, satisfy their wishes, or you can refer them to another personal chef who might do that kind of cooking for them. In 2020 and beyond, we're going to see less food recall because blockchain is getting better. So you can track food from the farm to the consumer, and that's what blockchain is. So that's what we need to see, so we can track, when something happens with food contamination, exactly where it came from a lot easier. I hope you found this helpful and you thought of some new ideas to use in your menus next week. If you have any questions, my email is always below. I have a workshop coming up sometime soon if you want to put your interest down below. If you are a personal chef and you need more clients, I have a link below to my handout called 9 Ways to Get New Clients. So feel free to check the link below and sign up for that.